I just love these books. I have another one for you. It's also from the Ark Series by Terry L. Bethea. And this one is another wonderful book. This is called The Perfect Monkey. Let's see what we can read today for you. From the moment he was born, Jeffrey's mother had tried to protect her son. But as hard as she tried, Jeffrey the monkey was just as determined to be independent, to do things his own way and in his own time. Jeffrey saw how the other monkeys quickly raced through the trees, climbing to their tops with very little effort. He noticed how they used both hands, swinging freely from branch to branch. Jeffrey longed to be like the other monkeys. He had always struggled to move through the trees. He never reached the top because he could depend only on his left hand as he slowly moved from limb to limb. Jeffrey couldn't keep up with his friends, but he always did his best. Now this is Jeffrey, the perfect little monkey that we're reading about, and that's his friends. Although he couldn't keep up with his friends as they swung through the trees, Jeffrey did the best that he could. Many times he questioned his mother as to why he was born this way. His mom didn't know how to explain, so she just told him, "You are special. God made you that way." Her heart broke whenever he questioned her. She too had asked God, "Why was my firstborn given only one good hand?" God never answered her. She saw her son's struggles. She saw his pain to be like other monkeys. She heard the younger monkeys ask him over and over, "What happened to your right hand?" She hoped that her son didn't get hurt by their question. Here he is, the cute little monkey Jeffrey with his mom. One day, Jeffrey was sitting on the lowest branch of the biggest tree of the forest, looking up and dreaming about reaching the top. A young female monkey started to climb through the branches. "Hi," he told her as she started her ascent. "Hi," Gabby, a female monkey, replied. "What are you doing?" asked Jeffrey. "I'm climbing to the top of the tree." "Aren't you afraid? Aren't you scared? This is the biggest tree in the forest." "No," replied Gabby. "Why do you want to climb to the top of this tree?" inquired Jeffrey. "So I can get a good look at the mighty boat all the monkeys are chattering about," said Gabby. "What boat?" There's Jeffrey. And here is Gabby. And they're in the trees and they're talking about climbing the trees. I just love that picture. The huge boat that is being built in the open field on the other side of the trees, answered Gabby. I want to see, said Jeffrey. Come on. I can't. Why not? Asked Gabby. Because I can only climb the trees with my left hand, said Jeffrey with a disappointed look on his face. Gabby hadn't noticed Jeffrey's right hand. She had been too busy being friendly to the little male monkey. I'll help you, said Gabby. Really? Really, said Gabby. I love helping others. I better not, said Jeffrey, shaking his head side to side. Why not? Gabby asked. Because my mama will be too worried about me. She might even get angry with me, said Jeffrey. Besides, I've never been to the top of any tree. Never? Repeated Gabby. Never, echoed Jeffrey, shaking his head side to side. And here's another picture where you can see the ark in the background. And there you can also see Jeffrey and Gabby. I promise to help you. I won't let you fall. I'll show you just what to do. I've done this thousands of times, said Gabby confidently. Really? Asked Jeffrey. Really, replied Gabby as she looked into his big, beautiful blue eyes. Okay, here goes. Jeffrey started climbing up the tallest tree, limb by limb. Be careful. Watch what you're doing. Pay attention. One limb at a time, instructed Gabby as they made their way to the top. As he grabbed hold of each new higher branch, his new friend Gabby gave him encouragement. You can do this. You're doing great. Jeffrey didn't look down for fear of falling and for fear of wanting to quit. He kept his eyes on Gabby. Good, Jeffrey, Gabby said patiently, over and over, as Jeffrey moved up the biggest tree. After many minutes of climbing, the two monkeys reached the top of the tallest oak tree in the forest. The view was breathtaking. Wow! Exclaimed Jeffrey. Oh, he's climbing up the tree. Gabby helped him climb all the way up the tree. And there's Jeffrey right there. He's on his way up. In the distance, Gabby and Jeffrey saw the mighty boat, the Ark. What's that boat for? Asked Jeffrey. As they sat on the top branch, Gabby told Jeffrey the story of Noah and how God was going to call one male and one female of each animal to come ride on the big boat once it was complete. Gabby told Jeffrey that she was praying to be the female monkey who would hear God's message. Jeffrey looked down at his right hand. He just knew that God would not call him. He wasn't perfect. He just knew that God would send his message to the perfect male and female monkey to come to the ark. The two new friends sat on the tree, looking at the mighty ark until the sun set. That afternoon, Gabby and Jeffrey lived in different smaller trees on opposite sides of the forest. Yet they became friends. They met each day at the bottom of the tall oak for months. Each day, Gabby's encouragement helped Jeffrey reach the top of their tree. Each day, the climb got easier and easier for Jeffrey. Here they are looking at the ark, and they're at the top of the tallest tree. He finally made it up there day after day. One day, Jeffrey announced, "Don't help me. I can do it myself." Gabby watched from the bottom of the tree as her friend made it to the top. When he reached the top, Gabby clapped her hands together and yelled up to Jeffrey, "Way to go, Jeffrey!" This made him feel proud of himself. He smiled from ear to ear. So did Gabby as she gazed up at her friend sitting all alone on the top branch. While at the top of the tree, Jeffrey noticed that the ark was nearly complete. He knew that God would be calling the male and female monkeys soon. To thank Gabby for all of her patience, friendship, and helpfulness, Jeffrey decided to pray for his friend to hear God's message. He knew he would miss Gabby, but he also knew she deserved to go. And here is a picture. Here, Gabby is clapping, and here, little bitty monkey on the top, that's Jeffrey. And she's just so proud of him because he made it to the top of the tree. That night, before Jeffrey fell asleep, he wrapped his left hand around his right hand and he prayed to God. He wasn't sure if God heard him. He wasn't a perfect monkey. He said the same prayer night after night. "Please, God, call my friend Gabby. She's the perfect female monkey to ride on the big boat." One morning, Gabby came swinging more excitedly through the trees. She told Jeffrey, "God called me to be the female monkey aboard the ark." Jeffrey was happy for Gabby, but sad for himself. He wanted his friend to have her wish, but he wanted her to stay too. She noticed the sad look on his face. "Why are you so sad, Jeffrey?" And here's a beautiful picture of Jeffrey praying each night to God to pick Gabby as being the selected female monkey. "I don't want you to leave me. I know you need to listen to God and go, but I will miss you, Gabby." "We're friends," answered Jeffrey. "Don't be sad, Jeffrey. I'm not leaving you. But you have to listen to God." "I will, but God asked me to give you a message too." "What was God's message to me?" asked Jeffrey. God told me to tell you that you get to be the male monkey, smiled Gabby. Jeffrey couldn't believe his ears. Me? God wants me? Here is Gabby and Jeffrey talking about it, and Jeffrey is just so very excited. Yes, Jeffrey, God wants you. Why? Asked Jeffrey. Because God needs the perfect male monkey. He told me that you are perfect. Gabby told her friend. Perfect? I'm not perfect. Doesn't God see my right hand? Said Jeffrey. I'm not perfect. In God's eyes you are. And in my eyes too. The two monkeys climbed the top of that tall oak tree one last time. As they sat there gazing at the completed ark, they chatted nonstop as to how it would be to actually ride on God's mighty vessel. And that's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you again so much. We'll see you next time. Okay? Bye from Mother Goose. Bye.